Let's have a look and see who France might be playing in the semi-finals on Tuesday in Dallas, Spain or Belgium. Now, were it to be Spain, that would be a repeat of the semi-final of the Euros. Were it to be Belgium, it would be a repeat of the semi-final in 2018 in Russia. Let's have a look at the opening goal then. And the fact that Mbappe had quite a few players around him...
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
You can have 25 around them.
Yeah.
The great players decide what they're going to do with the ball, and we've seen here again.
Somebody in the crowd. Let's have a look and see who France might be playing in the semi-finals on Tuesday in Dallas, Spain or Belgium. Now, were it to be Spain, that would be a repeat of the semi-final of the Euros. Were it to be Belgium, it would be a repeat of the semi-final in 2018 in Russia. Let's have a look at the opening goal then. And the fact that Mbappe had quite a few players around him...
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
You can have 25 around them.
Yeah.
The great players decide what they're going to do with the ball, and we've seen here again, these aren't even chances, obviously, and eventually when we see it does break to them. And of course, Morocco, as usual, have got plenty of bodies back. You're trying to battle for second balls, and even there, if you stop there, you go, listen, there's no danger. But what these great players do, they dictate what they're going to do.
4 players around him there,
and
right?
you know, and I can be critical of defenders and maybe not trying to kind of get closer, but they're frightened to death also that he could spin him and run him behind. So the defenders don't know what to stick or twist. Even here, you're looking at the defender going, can you stick your leg up even? But they're half frightened to death of what to do.
Because he's made himself smaller, Diop,
yeah, of course, which is getting... But you're thinking, get your leg up to block it. But then if you think you put your leg up to block it, he kind of maybe go past you. So players don't know what to do. He's in charge of every situation.
He looks like he's more afraid that the ball's going to go through his legs, because we know when the ball goes through the legs, it normally beats the keeper. Like, he was in two minds. He didn't know what to do because it's Mbappe. He could go on his left, he could go on his right.
And is that what happens, that great players completely befuddle the opposition? Is that what happens?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you look at maybe R9, a Thierry and Mbappe. Once they get you in that position, you're literally at their mercy.
When they are inside the box, it's quite really difficult to touch them because they've got so much pace and really good on the ball. So as a defender, you don't want to be too close because he will be passing you really quickly. So you'd want to create those distances and to force him to pass the ball. But at the same time, when you create those distances, you allow him to take the shot and then he score the goal.
And some of these are really good defenders, but they also don't want to be made a fool of. Because what happens when they do get too close, as I said, he'll just do a spin, he'll do a trick, which you've seen already. And the type of goals he's getting in this tournament, running behind people, shooting on the edge of the box. Again, players are frightened to death.
Now, Mbappe leads that from Messi on assists. And, of course, the thrilling thing for us is that Messi, Haaland and Kane are all playing on Saturday evening. So, as you said it, Roy, it's a shootout. It's a shootout in the OK Corral, isn't it? As we are.
Brilliant. And it's great to see, yeah.
Brilliant. The second goal, great finish, but talk everybody through, again, Mbappe and the run he makes and what he does to help Dembele.
Well, what he does, what he helps Dembele with here is the way he waits and that run what he makes across the defender here. It's even Mazraoui, even now he's got to change his position and he can't get his feet in the right position to maybe even make a block on Dembele because the run is so precise and it goes now. So, brilliant timing. Now he's trying to set himself.
He's actually spun him around, hasn't he?
Spun him around. So he's not set. He can't even get his foot up. Goalkeeper maybe could have got an arm on it, but again, the goalkeeper is when's the shot coming because he can't see it, and then. You know,
we talk about the pace of the French, even that example there. These players are lightning quick. There's a lot of good players out there who are quick, but these lads are like lightning. And again,
so you have to make a decision instantaneously, and it won't always be the right one. I'm talking about the defenders.
Yeah, of course, they're just confused, and when they do run in behind, just as if you go, can I get to him? He's electric. He's already gone. You're not catching these lads.
But you just have to look at the pace that Mbappe attacked the space. You know, the speed that he run into just to create that space for Dembele. He had the options with Barcola on the left-hand side and he had another players on the right-hand side. But the fact that he created that space, he came a little bit more inside and he's facing the goal.
And the space comes from Patrick is that Morocco obviously have to try and get back in the game. But when they lose on the halfway line, it's as if you're in trouble already. You're on the halfway line. They're certainly going to create a chance or get a shot on target. And obviously the goalkeeper should do better there. So teams, again, as soon as they start pushing up to try and get back in the game and they're leaving spaces, the French lads with their pace, it's happy days.
It's a bit like the fighter jets we had up here the other day for the July the 4th, isn't it? I mean, it's so quick.
Yeah, yeah.
And you don't know where to look. Before you realise...
It's Thursday night in Paris and thousands for third straight World Cup finals. Our thanks to John Strong and to Stu Holden, as John said, so they will face either Spain or Belgium on Bastille Day, by the way, which is July 14th on Tuesday, the French national holiday. So France-Spain or France-Belgium next Tuesday in Dallas after this 2-0 victory over Morocco. Welcome back to Boston Stadium, Rebecca Lowe, Thierry Henry, Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Alexi Lalas. Thierry, was that inevitable?
Yes, I have to say. You call this type of game a matter of when. That's about it. When is it going to happen? You know why I was optimistic with it? It's just because you created 4 in the first half. Yes, I will say that the strike of Dean was far away and everything, but you created 3 that should have put in the back of the net. Unu had a great game, and in the second half you got punished. But what I like on the first goal, and we will talk about it hopefully, is how they stopped on the same play 2 to 3 counters. Then they stayed, you maintain pressure, then Morocco goes to sleep, and then Kylian does what Kylian does.
Yeah, we'll have another look at that in closer fashion shortly. Zlatan, what did you make of this France team today?
Listen, in the beginning you can hold up with France because you have the adrenaline, you recover from your last game, you have the strength, but in the long term they're going to destroy you because you cannot keep up with this France for 90 minutes. I understand the first 45 minutes can be front and back, they create something against France, but during 90 minutes, or even if they go in extras, if they go to extras, the opponent, and they're lucky, this France is gonna destroy you. And it feels like they're not even giving 100%. I'm sorry to say, it feels like that. Imagine if they would push and give 100%, where they suffer and they really need to push for it and fight for it. This is world class. And if I talk about Mbappe, world class players, you give them a little space, they will punish you. That's the difference between the world class and the average player, that little space. And I'm talking about this goal.
We'll have a look at the goal as well very shortly. Alexi, a tough day for the Moroccan goalkeeper Yassine Bono because he had himself a game, but ultimately, as Zlatan said, it's about the quality.
Yeah, nothing he could do on the goals, and as the momentum continued to pile up, and the patience of France, eventually you're gonna let some goals in. And these were good goals. So nothing on him. I think he had a wonderful tournament. But hey, a better team and a much better team won today. We'll delve into all the reasons, but the way in which they won this game wasn't just about stars. They have those. Wasn't just about goal scorers. They have those. But you look at the way that they win the ball back, at the positions that they win the ball back, and the defending, even at times, if there is an emergency, the ability to shut out and to shut down the opposition. It's just, and then depth coming in. Thierry's got to at least say was, again, incredible today in the things that you could see and many of the things that you can't see. So it's just a wealth of riches. And then up top, that guy misses his penalty, and immediately, if you watched him, he wanted the ball back because he knew he was hungry and there was still plenty of meat on the bone that was Morocco.
Thierry, Zlatan said it doesn't even look like they're at their absolute best. Do you feel, by looking at them, that they have even more gears to go up?
I hope they're going to have more gears because whoever's coming next is going to be a big game. Because if you play Belgium, there is a bit of rivalry there. And if you play Spain, you better be ready because they're European champion. You know what Spain can do. They knocked you out of the last Euro in the semi-final. But yeah, like I said, let's be calm, composed, focused. You did what you had to do today, and well, by the way. On to the next one, recover, watch the game, and see who you're going to play. Analyze it with whoever you need to analyze it with, and get ready. Because it's going to be, once again, difficult.
And it comes on Bastille Day, Thierry.
Oh, yes, it comes on Bastille Day, so hopefully it's going to be a day to celebrate. But let's not go too ahead of ourselves here.
Okay.
And also, you have to give Morocco a lot of credit for what they have achieved, from where they're coming from, and the identity, the philosophy that they're trying to build, and it's working. Unfortunately today, France was a bit too strong for them.
Achraf Hakimi in the middle there, giving some captain's words to the defeated Morocco. Just like Lionel Messi the other day, he can miss a penalty, but he can still be the star. Right at the centre once again, Kylian Mbappe of this France performance. Alexi, 25 minutes on the clock. Achraf Hakimi, Kylian Mbappe embracing in the tunnel beforehand, and we had a big moment, penalty.
Yeah, and Hakimi thinks that he gets fouled. He wasn't fouled. He gets stripped of the ball and down at the other end. Olise into Mbappe. Now Mbappe's just going to slow up here, over the top, quickness. Penalty. Claro, right? Penalty. Okay, referee sees it. We see it. Everybody sees it here. Everybody sees it back in France. Well, wait a second. A lot of waiting around here going. Mbappe's saying, come on, what's going on? So he says, all right, I want to reset it. Now, in this moment, they are reviewing. VAR is reviewing to check if there was a foul in the lead-up. They said no, so eventually he takes it, puts it in. No! Bono says no! Absolutely not on my watch. And now you think, all right, we got something going here. Erling Haaland wasn't happy about the 5 minutes or 3 minutes, whatever it took. Erling Haaland understands the loss of the game and VAR. But Kylian Mbappe says, all right, it's okay. I'll figure out a different way to score.
Now you're going to see France winning the ball on the offensive part of the field, which they did a lot in this game. Bringing the ball in front. Desiree gets the shot. Good save by the goalie. And on to the next one. Lucas Dean from distance. Look at this shot. Bam! But he hit the crossbar. But by the way, the goalkeeper touched that, and they didn't get the corner. They should have get it. But look at this one now. Mbappe's goal. I'm not going to explain it because Thierry Henry is going to explain this goal after the highlights. I just want you to see the space, what an average player don't see, but Mbappe sees it, and he's gonna score. This is the difference between world-class players and average players. With other words, lions and not the humans. Look at this space now. You don't see it, but Mbappe sees it. That's enough for him to put it in goal. But for any world-class player would score there. But what do you say, Thierry?
Unbelievable.
Yes.
And we go now. Look, you see Kylian just had an assist, but actually Dembele makes that an assist, if you know what I mean. The run to free the space for Ousmane Dembele to go inside and to curve it with his right foot. Bounou couldn't stop it. 2-0 France. Then we all got a bit worried because that's your extra man, extra player. Went down. I think it took a little knock on his ankle, but you know, leaving the field at 2-0 is not the same than leaving when you're losing. Yeah. Not the same.
Little ice. Looks like he's going to be okay. He was smiling when he came off.
And then we all thought that maybe with Unai, Morocco could have come back, but no, just couldn't do it. And you know, that's how we finished. But like I said, this guy is a special man. Both are special men, special coach, special player. But the team, the way they work off the ball, the way they put pressure, the way they suffocate you, it's just too much at time. They can't come out. That's why Zlatan, I wanted to talk about that. Look,
yes.
A tiny bit before the goal. Okay, that's France on the ball. Okay, they lose the ball. Desiree still has an impact. Boom, they stop the counter. They're trying to stop the counter. Rabiot stops the counter. We maintain pressure. We stay there. You can't breathe. Ball is coming back. Okay, yes, Desiree doesn't do enough, but he puts his body in. Rabiot puts his body in. Desiree puts his body in. Then Mbappe can be Mbappe. And you know why? You can see on the replay. Issa Diop closes his legs. You know why? Because I've seen Mbappe so many times shooting between the legs of a player first post. Oh, you close your legs? Oh, I'll curve it then.
See, you used the perfect word when you were looking at this in real time. Nibble. They're constantly nibbling. All right, you talk about eating. Well, yes. A nibble can also lead to the ultimate thing. Exactly. This guy nibbles, this guy nibbles, put it all together. It's a big old bite.
And that's what you do with these players. You keep them motivated. You keep them hungry. And when the lion is hungry, he is.
And it's not just one lion, Zlatan.
Yes,
it's not just one
look,
lion.
Yeah, we have two in the studio also.
Well, 2 in the studio and at least 2 out there for France today because Dembele got his second.
No, but I want to talk about the pass of Michael Olise. At the beginning of the show, I said point guard, quarterback. Look at that. 90% of the player would have passed that ball back or on the side. No, forward. As soon as you get that ball, it's over.
But look at the defenders.
Look at the run. They don't know. They have to follow the run of Mbappe. Dembele goes inside, finishes with his right, but the pass of Michael Olise, stop it. We're here in Foxborough. Tom Brady, that's one of your Luke pass in between. Oh my gosh, that team is very good.
Zlatan, you loved Olise today?
He did an amazing game. He was the point guard, the Tom Brady of France today, giving those balls. And to be honest, the other ones, they did good runnings also. And when you have a player like Olise, don't think, just run and the ball will arrive. And it will arrive exactly where you want it. You don't have to call for it. You don't have to point the fingers where the ball should go. he will give it to you. That's why when you play with players like that, you don't need to think too much, because normally you overdo because you don't play with these world-class players. And when you have him, just run. Trust me, it will come. And it was a good run also from Mbappe. You can see the two central defenders, they both went for Mbappe, and Dembele could go to the right. And they didn't need a lot of possession. Passes. How many passes? It was 3, 4. Bam,
One
goal.
flick. See you later.
Nice.
Bam. So, Alexis, show that move.
No!
That was a tackle.
That's not a tackle. Come on.
They missed that tackle, Alexis.
Lex, real quick, did we learn anything new about France today?
No, I mean, they're number one in everybody's list. They came in at number one. I think they're still number one. Again, the way we started today is the way we should finish. It's not a perfect team, but is the one that's closest to perfect at this World Cup.
A 20th World Cup win as well for the manager, Didier Deschamps. 20 World Cup goals for his main man as well. 8 goals and 3 assists for Kylian Mbappe. 20 for 20 in World Cups for the Frenchman. He just goes on to continue to sweep all those in front of him.